All right, guys, welcome to our unique devotion for the day. All right, so we are in Ephesians chapter 4. I'm going to read verses 7 through 10. This is entitled Spiritual Gifts. Now, it's the first part because something stood out, so I stopped, and I'm going to point that out in a second. But first, the scripture portion. So here we go. Ephesians chapter 4, verses 7 through 10. If you're listening, here it comes. But to each one of us, include you and me, grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift, his death and resurrection on the cross, freedom from sin. Therefore, he says, this is Old Testament, when he ascended on high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts to men. Now this, he ascended, what does it mean but that he also first descended into the lower parts of the earth? He who descended is also the one who ascended far above all the heavens, that he might fill all things. Now I stopped right there because I'm thinking of fill all things. What comes to mind is, do you recognize, do you understand that what he did on the cross through his death was to fill your hardships, your suffering, your bad days, your depression, your sad times, your anger moments, your times where something drastic happens in your life, death of a loved one, you find out you have cancer, or you have a major heart attack, something drastic happens in your life that sort of takes away something. It feels like it's taking away something. Any one of those moments when you lose your peace, that kind of, when we think in our minds that something bad is happening, that is where what Jesus did, the gift that he gives to us, fills that in, smooths that out when we put him in that place. So on those bad days, on those anger moments, when we lose our peace, when those drastic things happen in life, they're going to continue to be hard and possibly deepen and have more taken out unless we put God in that place, unless we put Jesus in there and start to realize that there's a purpose. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say there. I had to think about it. But that he might fill all things, cover all things, complete all things. Some things we aren't going through yet, but we will. And he's working on helping us complete them. He's working on helping us fill in where we feel we're lacking. We're not. That's a whole different conversation. God is always with us and moving us in a direction of learning and growing. We're never really without. We're never really missing anything. When life struggles and messiness comes along, it's not that we did something wrong, or that we're not supposed to go through this, needs to be corrected. There's a purpose for it. There's a reason for that test, those things to happen. And like I said, that's where fill all things. When those struggles and that messiness happens, it gives us a chance to let God come in and fill in where we can't quite hold up, where we can't figure out, where we feel lost, where we feel we're missing. He will fill in. So it's more of a statement. There's a bit of a question there. Do you understand that he's here to fill you in? If you let him, you can let him deepen that hole all you want. It's your choice. But it's much better to go through life if at least at some point you stop yourself and start to fill in God in those areas. And that's what this channel is here for. It's to try to learn and communicate with Him in many different ways through reading Scripture every single day, meditating on the Word every single day, communicating with Him every single day. Just because videos aren't up every day doesn't mean that that is license for you to not communicate with God. Take that time anyway, even if a video isn't there, and communicate with Him. Open your own Bible, say a little prayer, meditate, and talk to God a little bit. Do communication, because communication should be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And like I said, that's kind of what this channel is here for, just to give another avenue, definitely for myself, but also for others who want to join in to go down that path of learning to communicate with God. It's a lifelong experience, so I plan on being here lifelong, however long that is. On that note, I'm going to stop. I hope God gives you all the blessings you deserve, and even more so, all the blessings you don't deserve. Have a wonderful day. I will see you next time.